Hey, let me tell you how to glow up. Thanks for joining another, video on the Common Elitist. I'm Amr Selassie. So appreciate seeing you again. Happy New Year. And speaking of New Year, I wanted to talk about this subject that you've seen in the thumbnail, and it's called Grow Up and Glow Up. And I have a few notes if you see me look to the right, because I wanted to make sure I wasn't so random in my, in my videos anymore. So this video is going to change a lot. This was kind of like my introduction into being online, putting my thoughts there. So you'll see a lot of changes in the next couple of weeks on the formatting, but it's going to be all good. So today's video is called Grow Up and Glow Up. And I jotted down a few points here, but just like, everything else, I'm freestyling right off, the top of the dome. And, it's all natural, man. So grow up and glow up. So the first point I'm going to talk about is accept yourself and your gifts. So before I even get to that, so what is grow up and glow up? Because we all have to age, right? We all have to age if you're lucky, if you're blessed, because many people don't get that opportunity, right? Many people we love, that we care about, people we don't know, people we do know, they didn't get that opportunity. So just the fact that you still here, despite, everything you went through in life, the obstacles that you had to go through that some people know about, other people don't. Your inner battles that people couldn't, people see who you are and what you do, but they have no idea the mountains that you climbed in order just to be here. So salute to you, salute to 2023. And so growing up is different than aging, because we all can age. As long as you're alive, you age. But growing up is leaving youthfulness of the mind behind and moving toward maturity. It's not the same thing as becoming, elderly, even though that's a blessing too. This is really about learning what worked before, maximizing it, and getting rid of stuff that just doesn't work. Irresponsibility doesn't work. Procrastination doesn't work. Not having accountability doesn't work. Not loving yourself doesn't work. Settling for less doesn't work. And maturity allows you to recognize and take action on the things that you found that works. Not that doesn't work, right? So grow up and glow up is really about growing up. But glow up is another aspect of that. So I'm going to tell you what glow up is. Glow up is just evolving. To glow means something has energy. What has energy what does not have energy that glows? Glowing always denotes energy, light, right? So with that said, when you grow up, you leaving the past behind, but you're also maturely evolving. You're growing up, but you're glowing up. That means that it's just not about growing up from an internal perspective, but also you're doing it in a dignified, prosperous, beautiful way, right? Growing up is just not about giving yourself more responsibilities or not having fun, but glowing up reminds you that you still have to live life. You still have to take care of yourself, right? So I'm gonna give you a couple of points here that kind of sticks on the topic, and it tells us how we can both grow up and glow up. Part 1, accept yourself and your gifts. Just gotta accept yourself, man. So whatever you've been doing or love to do, do it. That's plain as day. Maybe you can't work it for your day job. Fine, do it as a hobby. Me, I love languages. I have to study, right? Accept yourself. Who are you? Right? Who are you hiding? Like, it comes to a point in your life where you got to say, it's not hiding, man. I'm just going to, it is what it is. And whoever ain't for you, man, they have to be on their way. So accept yourself and your gifts, what you're good at, what people compliment you on. What are your gifts? It's what people ask you to do for them. Do they listen to you? Do you give great advice? Are you a great salesperson? Are you great with your hands? Do you make things? Are you creative? Are you great in music? Maybe you're just very, very fundamentally everything. Some people are jack of all trades. They don't get it. They don't miss a shot, right? So growing up and growing up, or growing up and glowing up, it's about accepting yourself. Saying, look, I'm not into politics. I may not want to be the mayor, but I'm a damn good chef. And decide that, is this something I want to do? So just embracing who you are, man. It's only one you. It's only one you. Point 2. It's similar, but it's love yourself and your flaws. See, before you accepted yourself and your gifts, but to love yourself and your flaws is to say, look, I love myself. Because sometimes that's something that many of us struggle with. Because we can love our kids, we can love our spouse, but do you really love you? Like, you accept you, you deal with you. Do you deal with yourself, or do you love yourself? Have you ever thought about that? So love yourself and accept yourself and your flaws, right? Accepting your flaws is not settling with that flaw, because a lot of times flaws they're really characteristics. Me, horrible with directions. So you can call it a flaw. To me, it's a characteristic. Right? So many things that we find that's not good about ourselves, like, for example, maybe you're a person who starts businesses, but you don't finish it. You think that's a flaw. Actually, maybe you should help develop businesses so you can move. The point is, you're probably not really leaving a situation. You probably have figured out subconsciously that you're a creator, but you don't want to follow through because you're on to the next thing. Where some people can create something, they got to stick with what they create because ain't nothing else coming for them. But you, it's like this, man. Right? So a flaw a lot of times is really a characteristic, and you can work with it. Make peace with the past. That's another point I want to make as far as growing up to glow up, and growing up and glowing up, is make peace with the past. Like, if you don't leave the past behind, then it's hard to grow up because you're too traumatized. And also, it's hard to glow up when you still feeling bad about yesterday. Like, do you dress up when you're depressed? Probably not. I don't think anybody, dresses up when they're depressed. Maybe you do, but does the fabric feel the same? Probably not. Right? Do you smile the way you're supposed to smile? Do you have that energy? You can't glow up when you're gloomy. So, talk about that in some other videos. Make peace with the past, man. It's the past. It don't exist no more. Surround yourself with positivity. Like, you gotta surround yourself with people who are positive in an environment that allows you to grow. If you're around friends, man, and people's ideas of you really can hold you in place. Now, a lot of these videos, I try not to get too esoteric because it's not the audience for it. But look, people's consciousness and ideas about you are like spells. They ain't doing it on purpose. It's just that people's constructs of you solidify your position. So people who we deem as wealthy and rich, sometimes they get richer simply because that's what we deem them. We deem that billionaire a brilliant businessman, and he just got lucky or got some money handed to him and he was able to multiply it. See, a lot of times the mental constructs of people has power over us, to the fact that it can change, modify, or even hold back our own mental constructs. How can I say this more simply? If your friends deem you as the party animal that's not serious, then their constructs of you or images of you hold you into place. When they hear about a business deal, they never talk to you about it. But if they hear about a party, they're going to tell you about it. When you talk to them about this next situation you want to create, business idea or education, they chat about it, but they don't give you no energy because they don't believe it. Because when they see you, you're taking shots back. And they like that about you. You are the friend that takes the shots back and knows where all the places to go hang out at. You ain't the friend that they want to, invest no money in. So maybe that's y'all dynamic, but the point is this: you have to surround yourself with positivity, but also people who believe in you. Like if your spouse doesn't believe in you, or your friends don't believe in you, or your parents don't believe in you, man, you can't necessarily get a new spouse, but you have to infuse more positivity in that. Join some clubs, join some different type of schools, events, places, people, in order to infuse a different energy. And you keep it separate. Here's another esoteric thing. When you find yourself around people who don't know your past, who don't know you as, let's just say, a guy who works at Walmart, or a person who works as a CNA, but that person knows you as a person because maybe you went to some sort of makeup convention. They know you as an up-and-coming makeup artist. That's how you keep it. You don't put those individuals who have a different construct of you around the people who have that limited construct of you, because they're going to infuse together and neutralize. Now the dude who put a image of you as being the next big deal for makeup, because he sees your pure talent, not your past, not where you stay. Your talent is what he's building his construct off of. And then you put him around your brother who say, oh yeah, she work on third shift at Walmart. I can probably get you on. See, now that construct is gone, and now you put back. And there's a lot of things with energy and mental egregores I can go into. This ain't the video for. So surround yourself with positivity, and if you can't get it in your inner circle, create another circle and keep them separated until you get strong enough. Number 5, age is a mindset. Age is a mindset. When people talk about, I'm an old man and I'm in my 40s now, so I be like, bruh, okay. I feel mentally that I'm in my 20s. I feel physically like I'm in my 20s, but I can tell the difference. And when you start telling the difference, it's time to do some different things. So the point is, age is still a mindset. Like, you feel like you're old, then you'll start acting old. If you think of age as years, then that's a problem. Let me tell you a secret. Age doesn't work that way. People age actually differently. Age is relative to the stress that you have. Stress on the mind, stress on the body, and the stress on the spirit. What am I saying simply? That you and your twin, identical, can find yourselves aging differently if you guys have different jobs, a different family setup, and different stress in your life. A twin that goes and vacations all the time, have a good time, watch their diet, watch their health, they're going to age. Aging is the degrading of DNA. It's the degrading of the body. It's not years. They tell you that. And you can actually reverse aging, by the way. You can reverse aging because you're reversing the damage that you have done to your body and your mind, right? So Birthdays are pleasant, but keep in mind, have you aged a year? Probably not. Some people could have aged in 1 year. They could have aged 5 years. One rotation, 5 years. And other people in that 1 year, they barely aged. They might have regressed because of what they was eating, how they was meditating, yoga, how they was exercising, you know, what they were doing, the type of air they were breathing. They actually went back a year. Man, you don't believe me? Look it up. Some doctors will tell you, okay, you got the skin of a 25-year-old. And they'll tell a 25-year-old, man, you got to get off them cigarettes, man. You got the skin of a 40-year-old. How? Aging is all about the degradation of the body, right? When you understand that, you can be any age you want to be. Age is a mindset. Health is wealth. Going back into that, health is wealth. There is only one commodity in this world. It's not gold. It's not money. Time. Everything is based on time. You give me all the gold in the world, but if I ain't got time to spend it, what does it matter? Give your person all the money in the world, but give them 1 hour. You want billions of dollars in your presence, or do you want 100 years? I'll wait. So you can give a person $1 billion and say, well, you got 1 week to spend it. You gonna really enjoy it in a week? Everything is about time. And when you go into enterpriseship, businessship, when you go into your education, what you're trying to do is make a more pleasant time experience. When you bought your house, pleasant time experience. When you got in a relationship, more pleasant time experience. It's not gold, it's not money, it's not even love, it's time. Because love gives you a what? Better time experience, right? So keep that in mind. Health is wealth. Take care of yourself, your body, man. You got in the new year 2023, health is wealth. Health, but look, it's just not about your body looking good, right? It's also, you can reverse aging with diet and exercise and a few other supplements and things of that nature. But the point is, health is wealth and time is the true commodity. Okay. Number 7, always evolve and upgrade. Upgrading is not about buying a bigger house or, buying more expensive clothes, because truth of the matter is most expensive clothes is made of the same crap as the poor stuff. And it is real what it is, right? A little better, not $100 better. So look, always evolve and upgrade, right? So is evolving is selfish. Getting more material possessions and materialism. I guess you can say it in ways. You can say that if you're always trying to evolve, but see, evolution has nothing to do with materialism. Evolution has something more to do with growing up and glowing up. There are many reasons why we are living. But even if there was no reason to live, even if there was just nothing else in this world but this living experience. So many people believe that you grow and boom, when you pass, everything stops. Then life would just be about the next moment. You remove religion, you remove spirituality, you remove life and death. It's just about the next moment. And evolving allows the next moment to be better. So you can just kick everything else to the curb and say, what's going on now? Let's remove everything. Let's stick to this one fact. Life is about the next moment being better. And evolution and personal evolution and transformation helps you to do that. Like, you can kick everything else to the curb if you want to. I don't recommend it, but you can. And say, look, it's about evolving. What's next? Nothing wrong with saying, look, people always look at the great I am and say, well, when you're religious, you don't supposed to want more. I got news for you. That's how what you guys refer to as God grows. Like, think about this. It is everything. It needs nothing. It needs not you. It needs not me. It needs not the dream. It needs not absolutely nothing. Yet we hear. Why? You ever thought about that? We hear. What is this saying to you? Was God bored? Or maybe that's the way it does become holy or whole, by our experiences, by living, creating, so that we can create, and fumble around and learn the world. So the whole point is this. Evolution and upgrading is something that's from amongst the Most High. That's not earthly thing. It's not an earthly thing. Growth and expansion is one of the highest spiritual states. It is. Think about it. The last thing is to be your best self. Be your best self. That's how you grow up and glow up. You don't have to accept people's mindset of you, your old mindset of you. Be your best self. So give yourself some goals. Profanity, you may want to watch that, because, every negative thing we say about ourselves and others, locks us into a more negative cycle. I ain't gonna get too much into that, but so words are powerful. Words are spells. Words tell our world what we want to experience. So maybe being your best self is to kind of, stop doing that. Maybe being your best self is finally finishing that school that you were dealing with. Maybe being your best self is staying single a minute so that you could, you can heal. So be your best self in all aspects. Start the projects that you feel like make you feel good about yourself, along with making peace with the past. So being your best self is, what am I presenting to the world? Am I presenting what people want me to do? Am I presenting what I'm expected to do? Who am I really? So, you be your best self, man. So to me, one of my things naturally is I'm going to start dressing better. I've never dressed toe up, but I've always felt like I underdid it a little bit, because I didn't want someone to kind of be in the background, man. But was I doing that for me or other people? You know the answer to that. So grow up and glow up. Accept yourself. Love yourself. Make peace with the past. Surround yourself with positivity. Age is a mindset. Health is wealth. Always evolve and upgrade. And lastly, be your best self.